Welcome to Creepy, the best horror storyteller on YouTube.
Part 1.
My name is Jake, and I live in a small town in Montana. I've always been fascinated by the mysteries of the world, especially the ones that are hidden right under our noses. That's why I became a journalist, hoping to uncover some of the secrets that most people never notice. One of the biggest mysteries in my town was the house next door. It belonged to the Smiths, a family of four who moved in about a year ago. They were very secretive and rarely interacted with anyone. They had a huge backyard, surrounded by a high fence, and they never let anyone inside. They also had a strange habit of going out at night, carrying large bags and boxes, and returning before dawn. I was curious about what they were doing, but I never had a chance to find out. They always locked their doors and windows, and they had a security system that would alert them of any intruders. I tried to ask them politely, but they always brushed me off or ignored me. I even tried to do some research on them, but I couldn't find anything. They had no social media accounts, no public records, no online presence at all. They were like ghosts. But one night, everything changed. I was working on a story about a local corruption scandal when I heard a loud explosion from next door. I looked out of my window and saw smoke and flames rising from the Smiths' backyard. I grabbed my phone and my camera and ran outside, hoping to get a scoop. Maybe they were running a meth lab or a bomb factory or something else illegal. I reached the fence and climbed over it, ignoring the signs that warned me to stay away. I followed the source of the fire and found a large hole in the ground, surrounded by debris and metal scraps. It looked like something had blown up from underneath, creating a crater. I approached the hole cautiously, wondering what was inside. I shone my flashlight into the darkness and gasped. There was a bunker, a secret underground shelter, hidden beneath the Smiths' backyard. It was huge, with multiple rooms and corridors filled with equipment and supplies. It looked like a military base or a survivalist's dream. But there was something else, something that made my blood run cold. There were bodies. Dozens of them, piled up in a gruesome heap, covered in blood and burns. They were all wearing the same clothes, the same uniforms, the same badges. They were all clones of the Smiths. I felt a surge of fear and confusion. What the hell was going on? Who were these people? Why did they have copies of themselves? What were they planning to do with them? And where were the real Smiths? Before I could find any answers, I heard a voice behind me. "Hello, neighbor. I see you found our little project." I turned around and saw Mr. Smith, holding a shotgun. He was smiling, but his eyes were cold and cruel. "Who are you? What are you doing?" I stammered, backing away. He chuckled. "We are the Smiths, of course. And we are doing what we have to do. To survive. To win. To rule." He raised his gun and aimed at me. "You see, Jake, we are not like you. We are not human. We are something else. Something better. Something superior. We are the future. And you are the past." He pulled the trigger. I heard a bang, and then everything went black.
Part 2.
I woke up in a dark room, hooked to a machine. I felt a sharp pain in my head and a metallic taste in my mouth. I tried to move, but I couldn't. I was paralyzed. I looked around and saw other people, lying on metal beds, connected to wires and tubes. They were all unconscious or dead. They all looked familiar. They all looked like me. I realized that I was in the bunker, in one of the rooms that I had seen before. The room where the Smiths kept their clones. Their experiments. Their slaves. I remembered what Mr. Smith had said. They were not human. They were something else. Something better. Something superior. They were the future. And I was the past. But why was I here? Why did they keep me alive? What did they want from me? I heard a door open and saw Mrs. Smith walk in. She was holding a clipboard and a syringe. She smiled when she saw me. "Hello, Jake. I'm glad you're awake. We have a lot to talk about." She came closer and injected something into my arm. I felt a surge of heat and pain, followed by a wave of numbness. "What are you doing to me?" I asked, weakly. She chuckled. "Don't worry, Jake. It's for your own good. We're going to make you one of us. We're going to make you better. We're going to make you a Smith." She explained everything to me. How they were not a family, but a team. A team of genetically engineered super soldiers, created by a secret organization that wanted to take over the world. How they had escaped from their creators and decided to pursue their own agenda. How they had built the bunker and started cloning themselves to create an army of loyal followers. How they had infiltrated the town and planted bombs in strategic locations ready to detonate at any moment. How they had planned to wipe out the entire population and replace them with their clones. How they had chosen me as their first target to test their new weapon. A weapon that could turn anyone into a Smith. It's a virus, Jake. A virus that alters your DNA and makes you compatible with ours. A virus that makes you obedient and loyal and strong. A virus that makes you a perfect soldier. A virus that makes you a Smith. She showed me a screen where I could see my genetic code changing and mutating, becoming more and more like theirs. It's almost done, Jake. Soon you'll be one of us. Soon you'll be a Smith. She smiled and kissed me on the forehead. Welcome to the family, Jake. She left the room and locked the door behind her. I felt a surge of panic and despair. I didn't want to be a Smith. I didn't want to be a monster. I didn't want to be a killer. I tried to resist, to fight back, to hold on to my identity. But it was too late. I could feel the virus taking over me, erasing my memories, my personality, my humanity. I could feel myself becoming a Smith. I looked at the screen and saw my genetic code, fully transformed, matching theirs. I looked at the other people, the other clones, the other Ms. I looked at myself and saw a Smith. I smiled. I was a Smith. And I was ready to kill.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more similar horror stories.